Hey, 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 and welcome to today's episode of Brand OTC, or Brand Over the Counter, where we answer your branding questions with a faux over the counter product. Now, today's product is called CrediTrust, and it boosts your brand's credibility and strengthens trust with your audience. So, if you're struggling with brand skepticism, low customer retention, loss of authority, or missed opportunities for growth, this is the episode for you. All right, well, hey, my name is Cynthia Akita, and I'm your brand strategist, designer, and educator here at the Design Firmacy. And today's question is, how do I build trust and credibility with my brand? So let's get right into it. Now, trust is literally the currency of business. Without it, even if you have the best product in the world or the best services, you will struggle to gain traction because people deal with trust. Now, when you have trust, you can strengthen your brand's authority, its reliability, and its believability so that your customers are feeling safe to give their investment into your solution and whatever it is that you can provide them. But overall, when it comes to credibility, it is not built overnight. It comes through consistency, proof, and some of the other points that I'm going to go through in this episode. So I have about 6 points, and we can start with number one, which is consistency creates confidence. So when your audience trusts you, they show up for you because they've seen that consistency that you've created and that confidence that you have in whatever it is that you sell or whatever it is that you believe. So if you show up consistently, I mean, think about it like this. I think I typically have like relationship examples, right? If you go on a date with someone and you get to know them that first date and they tell you that they love rock. They love rock music. That's it. They love rock music. They don't like any other kind of music. And then on the second date, you're talking to them, having conversations, and then they come up and say, yeah, I actually really love classical music. And then you're like, wait a minute. I thought you said you like rock music. And they're like, oh, no, 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 no. I classical music all the way. And then you're like, that's weird, but okay. And then you get to your third date. You guys are talking, talking, talking. Music comes up. Let's say, the person, your partner, whoever says, oh, this morning I was listening to Afro beats. And you're like, oh, okay. But I thought last time first you said it was rock music, then you said it was classical music. And now you're saying Afro beats is the only type of music that you like. I'm confused. Wouldn't you be confused too? Because first you said one thing, then you change it to another, and then you changed it again. And then that starts to break down the trust. Okay, so do I actually believe what comes out of your mouth now? Or how am I supposed to approach us moving forward when you've changed your mind 3 times already? Right? So consistency is extremely important. It's important with your colors. It's important with your tone. It's important with how you serve people, customer service, all of those things. Consistency across the board in every single area. It's important in your touch points. Every area, literally every single area that you can be consistent, every single area where you can repeat a process and show people that they can trust you, that is going to help to build, that credibility within your business. Now, number two is transparency builds trust. So when you're honest about what you can and cannot do, you will get a good amount of respect. And I know that seems to be hard for some people because for some of us, when we are building our businesses, we just want to make that money, right? But money is just an exchange, right? You want to have an honest exchange. You want to have an exchange that will be continual, that will be consistent because people can actually trust you. And so when you're honest, especially in the service-based businesses, when you're honest about what you can or cannot do for a person, let's say, even for me, I provide web design services with my sister company, GD Design Firm. And if someone comes to me and they say they want a full build out with coding and all of that, that's not necessarily something I provide at this time. And so I would have to be confident and honest enough to say, what you want to start is very beautiful, but that's not necessarily something that I can provide you. So I can recommend someone else to help you potentially with that, right? Honesty, especially when you cannot do something, because then that shows them that you know how to tell the truth and that you actually want what's best for them rather than what's best for your pockets, right? And so it also comes down to integrity. You want to be an integral business owner across the board. If you even have products that you sell, don't advertise the product as providing a result that you know it does not provide, right? I mean, how many stretch mark creams do we have? I mean, the general consensus is that they do not work. Let me know if you found one that does work, but the general consensus is that they just don't work, right? And so, there's integrity that is necessary in that area too, right? And so be honest about what you can and cannot do, because that's what will build trust and respect. People will know that they can go to you and that you will tell them the truth, even if they want a solution that maybe they don't even know you can't provide. Number three, proof is powerful. So social proof, such as like reviews, testimonials, or case studies, help to provide evidence that you can do what you say that you can do. So even before you hire someone, or before you get a new job, you have to have an interview. You need some type of a receipt, which would essentially be your resume or your what do you call them? Your references. People who can vouch for you and say that you've done the things that you've done, or that you are who you say you are, or that you have the skills that you say you have. And even that aside, when you're purchasing something that you're not sure about, you go ahead and you look at reviews. If you're on Amazon and you're looking at the photos and you're like, okay, this looks all right, I'm not completely sure, let me scroll down and look at what people are saying about the thing, right? It's just a natural part of the purchasing journey. And so proof, if you have proof, if you can ask your current and past clients to share reviews or give a testimonial, you can go ahead and do that to help build that trust with your audience. Number four is your expertise. Your expertise establishes your authority. And so if you're sharing your knowledge publicly, it helps to position you as a thought leader. And people are willing to trust a thought leader that is consistent. And so you have to share that knowledge, whatever is in your mind. I always say brand your mind, right? Brand what is inside of your head. That is your brand builder, your business builder, your money maker, whatever is in your head. Now, some examples of that is that you can publish blog posts, you can publish articles. There's Medium if you want more platforms that actually have their own audiences. You have Medium, you have Substack, which is really cool as well. You can start a podcast or go on other people's podcasts and speak there. And you can even write books to elevate your authority instantly. Number five, your experiences leave lasting impressions. And if you go and pay attention to our Brand Vitals framework, branded experiences is a huge part of that. Now, when you have a seamless customer experience, it helps to build trust even faster than excuse me. It helps you to build trust faster than flashy marketing, because you can put all the billboards and the signs everywhere, but if your experience is trash, no one is coming back to you, right? And so that experience, the steps that they go through to get to that final result or that solution really make a big difference, because that also helps with word of mouth referrals for you. Someone can vouch for you because they know that what they went through was just so good and so clean and so professional that they would want someone else to go through that as well. So some examples are from the moment that they see your flyer, wherever they opt in, whether it's a website, you can make a very strong impression there by the way that it looks, making sure that it's clean, straight to the point. People don't get lost in all of the options and the buttons, right? And then once they go ahead and click that, they sign up or they make their purchase. Do they get an email, confirming that purchase? Do they get a more customized email that says, hey, you just bought blah, blah, blah? Here are your next steps. Does your experience leave them wondering what they're supposed to do? Or does it give them assurance that they're always in the loop, right? And so again, once there's confusion, people lose trust because they just don't know what to do. They don't know if they're going to receive something. And I'm sure we've all been in this type of a position before where we've ordered something, we didn't really hear anything back, and then we didn't really know if things were good or not, right? And so you want to make sure that your customer experience is seamless, because that's what's going to build trust. And that even goes down to your customer service. If someone sends you an email, you want to be able to respond to them in a way that makes them feel, I'm trying not to say the words trust so much, but makes them feel comfortable enough to know that they are safe. I should say that. So make sure that your process helps people feel safe in the investment they've made into the solution that they want. Number 6 is that authenticity is going to win every single time. Your audience is quick to detect whether you're being authentic or not. The same way that you could probably spot a mega liar, someone who talks a lot of game, right? You could probably spot that easily. In the same manner, your audience can also spot that with you. And so be honest, be authentic, share your story, share your values, share your mission, whatever it is that you guys are working on, your purpose, share your origin, all of those things. Share the why behind your brand and why you started the business, because it helps people to connect with you. It helps them to see the real you. And people want that. We are all just looking for connection in this world, and doing that gives your audience the opportunity to really connect with you. Now, some credibility building touch points that you can kind of focus on. Some we've spoken about already are or include having a clean professional website. And so it's literally your digital real estate. And so you want to make sure that, your virtual hedges are trimmed. You want to make sure that your virtual lawn is mowed. You don't want mud on your house and all of those things, right? And so make sure your website looks really good and looks really clean. Make sure you have those testimonials and reviews, because that social proof goes directly to your customer and influences whether they move forward with you or not. Now, in addition to reviews and testimonials, you can consider case studies. And so that's when you take work that you've already done, or sometimes you can use like faux examples, especially if you're like in the branding or design space, and you can break down that project that you worked on and why you made the decisions that you made for the solution of that project. That is really helpful for some people to see your thought process and how you work through things. Next, you want to have consistency in your visual identity. So if you have your brand identity, you should also have your brand style guide at the very least. And so that's available in our shop at the designpharmacy.com through Canva. And so you have all of your colors laid out, you have your fonts laid out, you have your logos laid out, imagery, patterns, all of those things, so that you can stay consistent and have cohesion with all of your touch points. Next, media features and press mentions. So those things add third-party validation for you to be on someone else's platform talking about whatever it is that you specialize in. Next, you can have certifications or credentials, and those are just your formal recognition of your expertise. And then you can do publishing, your books, your blogs, your articles, like I mentioned, Medium, Substack. There's another one that I'm forgetting. But if you want to write and get people to, get to know who you are, take advantage of those platforms that are made for that, because they already have the audience of people who actually want to read and engage with that type of content. Next, speaking engagements and workshops are great because it helps to build live credibility for your brand. It gets people to actually see your face and interact with you, and either be introduced or reintroduced to whatever it is that you believe and whatever your framework may be. And then have a strong social presence. So It's not just about frequently posting on Instagram or a platform of your choice, but you want to make sure that you have valuable and consistent content. If one day you're posting cupcakes and the next day you're posting pigs, it might confuse people unless that's what your personal brand is about or your brand in general, right? And then finally, customer service. So you want to make sure you have a very smooth and reliable experience because that is going to help build trust in your audience. So once again, credibility is just not built in a day. They say Rome was not built in a day, right? It's built over time. So every single interaction you have, every piece of content you create, and every experience you provide is just a brick that is laying the foundation of trust in your audience. And so when people believe in you, they will buy from you, they will return, they will recommend you. And that is what you want to have as you are building your business. So if you want to know if your business is strong enough to earn your audience's trust, I want you to go ahead and take the Brand Vitals assessment by visiting mybrandvitals.com. But if you join our school group, Personify My Brand, you can actually get that assessment for free. So go ahead and join us for free in our group on school using the link on your screen. I will catch you in our next episode. Bye. Discover what sets your brand apart, then say it with confidence. What's Your Secret Sauce is a free 3-day challenge designed to help entrepreneurs uncover the unique flavor that makes their brand unforgettable. Through guided prompts, live training, and powerful clarity exercises, you'll identify what truly sets you apart and how to communicate it in a way that connects and converts. If you've ever struggled to stand out in a crowded market or explain what makes you different, this challenge will give you the breakthrough you need. You'll walk away with your personalized secret sauce recipe, a clear, compelling blend of your brand's strengths, purpose, and positioning that makes selling feel natural. Join us by visiting brandmysecretsauce.com. You're doing all the things: posting content, updating your website, running ads, tweaking your offers, but still wondering, why isn't this working? Truth is, you might be focusing on areas that look productive, but aren't actually moving the needle. The Brand Vitals assessment helps you stop guessing and start targeting. It's like a wellness checkup, but for your brand. You'll gain crystal clear insight into the 9 essential areas every brand needs to thrive. No fluff, no filler, just facts about where your brand stands and what needs your focus. Because clarity is the first step to real momentum. And when you know where to focus, you start to see progress, not just activity. Get out of busy work. Get into brand building that actually works. Take the Brand Vitals assessment now. Have you tapped into your Firmacy benefits? As a beneficiary, you unlock special offers, gifts, and always stay in the loop. Subscribe today to receive your exclusive dose. Visit firmacybenefits.com.